Good day, fans of Patriot TV. Welcome to another episode of Fans Reaction on your favorite Patriot TV, your most sports, information, and entertainment. Premier League is back, game week 3, and we just saw the game between Manchester United and Liverpool, and it ended, unfortunately for the red side of Manchester, 0-3 against them, with 2 goals coming from Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah giving them the winning goal. But we are taking fans' reaction of different fans and how they saw the game. With please, Mr. Andrew, a Chelsea fan, but it was with us. We saw the game together against Manchester United. Mr. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so how was the game for you?
It was what I expected. I'm a Chelsea fan too. I came here hoping to see a United loss with a clean sheet. I mean, I told my dad from the beginning, I told every Man United fan that I knew that they were going to lose with a clean sheet today, and I came here and I got what I wanted.
All right, even though you wanted Man United to lose, did you expect it to be this bad?
No, I expected them to put up a bit of fight. I mean, on the attacking side, I couldn't count more than 3 shots on target. There was no offside for them that I could recall, and there just wasn't that bit of chemistry with them. They struggled throughout the game, and it was appalling to watch. As a neutral fan, expecting a game like this that is supposed to be high tension, back and forth, it was just disappointing. It was too easy and too straightforward for Liverpool. And I honestly don't know how a Man United fan will feel right now.
All right, so in the first half, we saw Casemiro with a string of misplaced passes, errors. In fact, 2, he was dispossessed twice, 1 misplaced pass and 1 loss of position, and in both cases, it led to goals. What do you think could be the problem? And he was subbed off at halftime.
Well, I think there are issues. They've always had issues with their midfield. Casemiro's own, I expected better from him, being a more matured player. The first mistake I could say is a 50-50 mistake. A 50-50 why? Because he saw Rashford. I could actually see Rashford in the bigger picture. Yes, but it was Trent's alertness. Trent saw that pass and Trent moved towards it. So it wasn't totally his fault. He wanted to make something good out of it, but then unfortunately for him, the other team, they were not sleeping and they were on their bike and they were able to capitalize from it. But the second one was a very, very poor show for an experienced man, a man of that kind of caliber, because of, as a midfielder, we all know there are defensive midfielders in the world that can't come close to Casemiro's name, and yet he made mistakes that schoolboys, people playing in secondary schools don't make. You can't leave the ball as a midfielder, as a player by your side and expect to be able to guard it. Any player can pick it from your back, and even as a defensive midfielder, it's a very disappointing thing for a player to be able to pick a ball from behind you, not even beside you or ahead of you. So it was very, very disappointing on his own half, and I think they need to find a rhythm. They need to find something that works for that midfield, because of if that midfield structure is not fine, they cannot find a balance between the attack and defense. They will steadily be on the defense, and they would, players like Bruno Fernandes, players like Garnacho, even players like Rashford, who on his good day can turn up, they won't have the chances they need to create something, because of they are constantly defending and they are constantly on the back foot.
All right, do you think Manuel Ugarte is the man for that job?
I honestly don't know. I haven't watched that much of Ugarte, but I'm hoping for. No, I'm not hoping for them actually. I'm a hater, so I'm not hoping for them to for him to this thing. But then, if he does well, it's a good thing for them. They brought him in, and hopefully he can give them what they expected of him.
All right, speaking about Liverpool now, we saw their game, and also under the new coach, 3 games, about 6 goals or more scored, and then they are yet to concede a goal in 3 games. Do you think this Liverpool is back to its best?
Not particularly their best. I mean, the other 2 games, I felt they played better than this game. But in a sense, I felt they made so many silly mistakes in this game. They could have made it 5-6. Soboslai had a chance, Salah had a chance to release the ball. But they did well to do the necessary job. A job that is required to win the league and to compete for a league. They found a way to win, and all well for them. I hope they can continue and they can improve under this manager. I mean, I've always been a big supporter of Liverpool low-key because I enjoyed their football, especially under Jurgen Klopp, and I'm hoping Arne Slot is able to do well with them.
All right, so international break is coming up for a week, and when football resumes, what are your expectations for both teams, either Man U or Liverpool?
For Man U, I hope by the time football resumes, for their sake, not for my sake, because I know them good, I hope they can find, during the international break, they can get their players that got called up internationally can find playing time and will be able to build a sense of confidence, and the manager can, during the international break, can concoct a plan that works and balances their midfield. And for Liverpool, I just hope Arne Slot can continue devising plans that will work for him game in, game out, and he can find a way to balance the Klopp and Slot strategy, because I know as a new manager it's always difficult. I mean, Klopp was at Liverpool for 7 to 9 years. I can't remember. Yeah, 7 to 9 years, and he had a style of play, and you cannot come under 3 months, 4 months and just change it, even though you want to find something that will fit you. But even in this game, I still see some things that his style, like the high press of Liverpool that we know before, he's not putting it there. I think he realized that thing makes them very vulnerable on attacks, and once a team is able to beat their press, they are charging at them. Trent is a weak point in defense. We know Trent has had a very good season this season because of he hasn't been attacked as much as he was last season. He has exposed as much as he was last season. So I think he's finding a bit of balance. But I hope if we can find a way to balance the defense and attack, especially the attack, because I love Jurgen Klopp's heavy metal football on the attack. They were always scoring a lot of fantastic goals. So I just hope he can find a way to balance it and implement his own ideas into the club, and then all well good. They can compete with Man City for the league, because I mean we are tired of seeing City win the league over and over and over and over again. I mean, I was happy they beat Ferguson's record doing 4 in a row, but then it's too much. I beg. And Arsenal doesn't seem to want to give us what we're expecting of them. So I hope Liverpool can give us a run for it, give Man City a run for it, and a good season for them. That's what I hope for them.
All right, thank you for your time, Mr. Andrew. Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Thank you very much.